Do you think the small companies have a chance to actually engage in these moments as well as the big companies?
Absolutely. Actually, I think anyone who's worked in change management or transformation in a business knows that it's often much easier to build from scratch than to change something. And therefore, I would say small companies, young companies that have started their online strategy in this very mobile-centric, moments-based environment will probably be more effective than ones that have to move from the old model. And actually, if you look at a lot of the recent really big successes that we see in the web in Silicon Valley in the last couple of years, it's exactly that. They're all companies that have been built on a very mobile-centric, moments-based model as opposed to the old, more traditional desktop moments. So I think absolutely, again, as in the same way that the first wave of the internet disrupted some traditional companies who did not go online fast enough, I think we will see a second wave of disruption with some companies who have been successful in the first phase of the internet be disrupted by smaller companies. I absolutely believe that. And that's something we pay a lot of attention to at Google, actually. Even for ourselves as a company, we are very mindful of this.
Okay. And the second question I have, you talked about 4 components, the intent, the context, the engagement, and integration. Which one do you think is the most important right now?
Good question. I would say, and it's a little bit what I said a bit before in my presentation, I would probably first focus on integration and measurement. I think everything starts from there. If what you're measuring and the way you're analyzing what's going on is biased or flawed because you're not measuring in the right way, everything else doesn't work. So I would say integration for sure. The ability to have a single view of each of your customer as they're navigating between devices and properties, and being able to build that integrated view of users is the first and fundamental thing I would do if I was in charge of any company.
Okay. Well, I would like to thank you first of all for coming to our conference. And one last question: how do you like it? What do you like the most about the forum?
Well, one, as I said, I was telling you before, it's in an unusual setting. That's kind of cool to do this in a cinema. I do a lot of conferences. I think it's the first one that I attend. I haven't been able to attend everything, but I think from what I've seen of the agenda, it's looking at online marketing from very, very different angles. The presenter before me, Martin, had a very different theme to mine, and I think that's very interesting. It's taking a very broad view of the problem. I think that's very cool.
Do you feel like an actor, since we're in a cinema and you're on stage?
Not quite yet, but I'm getting there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the talk. Thank you very much.